Hello and welcome. If you are watching this, it is because you want to find out exactly how I lost 20 pounds or almost 20 pounds and have been able to keep it off for about almost 10 years now. Okay, so I went from this picture on the left of your screen to the picture on the right of your screen and have maintained that for about 10 years. And it is my goal and my mission to bring these types of results to as many women as possible and to let them know that they don't have to suffer through diet after diet after diet. And they too can have these results and maintain them and feel good about themselves. So thanks for joining me. I'm so excited to share this with you. This is not only how I have lost weight and kept it off, but this is how so many of my clients in Strong Girl Academy have done it too. And I want to share that with you. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, first of all, who is this not for? This is not for you if you are looking for a quick overnight fix for weight loss. If you want to lose as much weight as possible, as quickly as possible, this is not for you, right? It's also not sustainable to lose it that fast. The faster you lose it, the easier it is to put back on, and I totally stand by that. This is not for you if you're already happy with your current fitness plan and your results. If you're happy with what you're doing, you don't need to change anything, right? This is not for anyone who's unwilling to learn a new model or put in the work to take care of themselves to get lasting results. Okay, so if you're not ready to learn new things, if you're not ready to have an open mind, and if you're not ready to put the work in, you can skip this. This is not for you. Who is this for? This is for women who are tired of feeling overweight and uncomfortable in their body and is looking for a real and long-lasting solution, okay? This is for anybody who's already working out but not getting the results that they want to. This is for anybody sick of extreme diets but ready for real results. So this is for you if you know that there's got to be a better way than these crazy extreme diets out there. All right, so if you don't know me, let's learn who I am and why you should trust me, okay? I've been a nutrition coach for almost 10 years, and I've worked with all kinds of people from different walks of life. I've worked with CrossFit Games athletes. I worked with teenagers. But who I like working with the most are moms that are busy, because I myself am a mom. I have 2 kids. I have a full-time business. And the way that I stay happy and the way that I stay confident and I'm able to be happy and positive in my life is that I take care of myself, and I have worked to get these results, and I have done it the right way. And I want to bring that to all kinds of other moms. I want you guys to know that you can do it too, and it is important for you to make time for yourself, and it doesn't have to be through suffering, okay? I know how easy it is to fall into that trap of crash dieting when you want to get the weight off quick. But my methods have been proven. You can see it through so many of my clients, and I've helped hundreds of women learn to eat properly and to lose weight and to be patient with the process too, okay? The most important thing is fueling yourself well for all of the things that you need to do in a day, for all of your body functions and all the functions that you need to do in your life. I am against cutting calories so low, because what happens? You get exhausted. You have no energy. You fall flat, and it's easy to give up, right? Your body works best when it's fueled and fed, okay? If you treat your body well, your body's going to treat you well too, and you're going to get those results that you want. I've tried every diet out there. I spent so many years crash dieting, trying to burn off fat, calories. I was a yo-yo dieter for years, and finally, through my own education and through hiring my own coaches, I learned the proper way, and I'm happier now at almost 40 than I ever was in my early 20s. I love my body. I'm happy. I have energy. I feel fantastic. And my goal is to help as many women and moms as possible ditch diets, learn to fuel yourself, and get the results that you want. Okay? All right. So a lot of us have done diets and different things before. And this old way of doing things is out. This is the crappy way that I used to do things that so many of my clients have done in the past. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Okay. So the old way was doing hours of cardio a week to burn calories, to burn off the food we were eating. This does not help your metabolism, and it honestly just leaves you tired and does not support your lean muscle mass, which actually helps you burn calories, okay? Having a list of foods that are labeled good or bad or evil or off limits, that honestly just causes you to like obsess about them and eventually reach for them and binge on them, right? I'm sure we've all experienced that, right? That thing where you're like, I can't have chips, I can't have chips, I can't have chips. And then you have one night you're like, I'm going to have a little bit of chips. I'm going to let myself. And you end up eating the whole bag because you feel like you can never have it again, right? That way does not work. Eating super low calories, like 1,200 or less, it's super harmful for your metabolism, for your fat loss, for your hormones. It really damages your body if you're at these low calorie diets, especially if you're trying to do it long term, okay? Chronic dieting is not the way. Eliminating carbs or keto, Atkins keto, that kind of thing. 1, it's not sustainable. 2, it's not enjoyable. As soon as you start eating carbs, you just gain the weight back, right? And it's hard to never eat carbs again, right? That seems a little bit excessive. So that's the old way. A lot of us have tried that in the past and we may have seen results, but we know that it's not super sustainable, okay? Pills, potions, and quick fixes that really just make you go to the bathroom, that is just a gimmick to get your money, okay? It doesn't work long term. Skipping breakfast or intermittent fasting, honestly, again, can damage your metabolism, can cause hunger and cravings later in the day, and can cause you to binge, okay? Juice cleanses. If you have anybody telling you they're going on a juice cleanse, again, it's not sustainable. It's not enough calories to function. You can't live off a juice cleanse, so why would you try it? You don't need to cleanse. Your body cleanses itself, okay? Don't need to do it. So let's talk about the new way and what we do in my program, in the Strong Girl Academy, and how I changed my lifestyle and what I was doing fitness-wise to keep the weight off. First, workout-wise, strength and muscle building programming, which is working out with a positive purpose to get stronger. Can you see the difference between working out to get stronger versus working out to burn calories? Burning calories is like just trying to burn off your food. It's almost like a punishment, right? Teaching your body to get stronger and building strength, it's like celebrating what your body can do. It's pushing your body to its limits. It's so cool. And it also boosts your metabolism. And it's also what's going to give you that sexy, curvy, toned muscle that you want, right? You're not going to get bulky from it. You're going to develop beautiful, lean muscle, okay? Hot girl walks. Also, you can add in 1 to 2 intense cardio sessions per week, but walking is like such an underrated form of exercise, especially for fat loss. It is not stressful on the body. It actually really helps with recovery, and it still helps with your fitness. And then if you like to feel that cardio pump, 1 to 2 cardio sessions, intense cardio sessions per week is great too, okay? Eating high protein, especially in the morning, this is really going to support your lean muscle mass. It takes more calories to digest protein. So this really helps with fat loss, specifically fat loss. Because remember, we don't want to just lose weight, because weight could mean we're losing muscle too. We specifically want to lose fat. So eating protein to support our lean muscle mass is really going to help your fat loss, okay? Eating to nourish and thrive instead of eating so little to just starve yourself. When you're feeling good, when your body's working, that's when your body's going to cooperate. That's when you're going to show up as your best self in your life, right? When you're starting a fitness plan, it's not just about getting fat off. It's learning to thrive. It's about being your best self, right? Learning how to incorporate your favorite foods, because guess what? You don't have to cut out everything you love, and you're going to be more successful and you're going to be able to stick to your plan if you're eating foods that you enjoy, okay? Building your metabolism instead of slashing calories. So that's exactly what we've been talking about, right? We want to be doing this not so we're losing weight super quickly by slashing calories. We want to work to build your metabolism. And everything that I've mentioned is what's going to help you do that, okay? Using phases instead of crash dieting. Believe it or not, it's not just all about the fat loss, but it's not all about the diet part. There's different phases, and the phases are what's going to help you maintain your results, and we'll get it. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Healthy lifestyle changes. You can't just go on some super restrictive plan and then go back to normal. You do have to incorporate some things, change some things about your life so that you will maintain these results, okay? Seeing this whole journey, this is the final one, seeing this whole journey as thriving and creating your favorite version of yourself instead of punishing yourself for eating too much or being overweight, okay? Let's dive into the Strong Girl Academy model. So everything that we've already talked about, all the new ways, is exactly how I got my results. It's how my clients have gotten their results. And there's 3 parts to this, okay? 1, we have metabolic strength training. 2, we have our metabolic nutrition framework. And 3, and one of the most important aspects and underrated, is our mindset matrix, right? Getting ourselves to feel good from the inside, which is then going to reflect the outside, okay? And that also includes some accountability. Let's dive in to each of these pieces. First, so this is what we do in our metabolic strength training. This is what I changed about the way that I worked out that got me to the results and got me the body that I'd always dreamed of. So for years of my life, I literally just spent on cardio machines and then doing a little bit of weight machines. So I was doing it backwards. You really have to put the weights first, and they are the most important aspect. And that is how you're going to build your dream body, build a better metabolism, and be able to keep that fat off, okay? So I started using compound lifts to promote strength and muscle. This is squat, bench press, deadlift, overhead press, pull-ups, rowing, hip thrusts, okay? Using these multi-joint compound movements to build overall body strength. These movements work all of your muscles, okay? So you're burning more calories than if you're just doing like machines. And then we add some accessory to kind of tone and define certain areas and enhance shape. So I do lunges, bicep curls, tricep extensions, other shoulder work, and some core work, okay? So really focusing on building strength and adding some little isolation movements to accentuate shape. Using progressive overload. This means increasing weight or reps over time, okay? Muscles adapt by getting stronger and growing. So you don't need any of these fancy muscle confusion workouts, but you do need to make sure you're progressing over time or your body will just be at a standstill, okay? Using full body training sessions. I know we see a lot of these bodybuilding splits where we're doing arms, we're doing legs, shoulders. But if you're only hitting these body parts once a week, you're not seeing the benefit that you could be. It's best to do full body training sessions 3 times a week, especially if you're just starting out or getting back into it. You're going to get your maximum calorie burn. Your whole body's going to work together, and you're going to get the volume that you need to see each body part develop and build the strength that you want to build, okay? Hot girl walks daily. Getting outside, moving your body, getting the blood flowing. It's going to help you burn more calories, which it's okay to burn. We don't want to focus on burning calories, but daily movement like that and making it a part of your life really helps. And like I said before, it helps with recovery, okay? And then you can also add some more intense cardio sessions 2 times a week. So once I started doing that, and once my clients start doing that, they see crazy results. Like it's so awesome how much their body starts to change, okay? Let's dive into what we do for nutrition. And this is my favorite part. I mean, I love training, but I love helping people just improve the way that they eat and know that they don't have to starve. You do not have to starve. All those diets from the past, they are not built for you to thrive. And we want you to thrive here, okay? And part of the thing that people miss and those diets miss is there are phases to this. And we talk about 3 phases in Strong Girl Academy, and this is how I was able to lose the weight and keep it off. So the first phase that we go through is that fat loss phase. So this is where you're going to lose your body fat. Usually it lasts anywhere between 8 to 16 weeks, depending on where you are. And this is when you're in a calorie deficit to lose your body fat, okay? So this is the part that people often skip and then end up gaining weight back and then wonder why they can't lose weight again. You have to reverse and rebuild your food back up, which is going to help build your metabolism back up, okay? You can't live in a caloric deficit forever. And I wish somebody told me that a long time ago, because there was a time where I believed you just have to live off 1,200 calories and that's what women have to eat. And I was so confused why I didn't look the way that I wanted to look. It was so confusing to me, right? So after you get some body fat off, you want to start slowly adding more calories back in to rebuild your metabolism and work back to a healthy and normal calorie range, okay? So what I usually do is add 50 to 100 calories per week for my clients when we're building back up, and then we get to maintenance. And then once you're at maintenance, you're finding a good level of calories to maintain your body fat loss. And then you can move, and this is when sometimes I move my clients to intuitive eating, because nobody wants to track food forever, right? But fat loss and building your metabolism and even building muscle is all about the amount of food. It's not just about eating healthy, it's about eating the right amount. It comes down to a numbers game, okay? And then I put a bonus phase here, which is build, which when you really want to put on some muscle, we enter into a caloric surplus to build muscle, okay? Now, you can cycle through these phases, because maybe you go through that 8 to 16 week fat loss phase. A couple of things you can do here. You can start to reverse, and you can stay at maintenance for a while, and if you want to lose more fat after that, you can do the whole process again. Or you can go to maintenance and hold that for about a week, just to give yourself a break, and then go back to a fat loss phase. So there's different ways to do it, but if you really want to keep it off, you do have to do that reverse. You cannot live in a deficit for your entire life, okay? Once you lose the weight, your body gets used to that amount of calories, and then think about it. If you stop losing weight or you plateau, where else is there to go? You'd have to cut calories back, but the better option is to take a break and rebuild your metabolism, so you don't have to just lower calories until you're starving, because then you also risk losing that muscle mass too, okay? What else do we do? What else did I do? What do I have my clients do? We have a meal framework that we like to follow. We don't skip meals. We don't skip breakfast. We like to follow 3 high protein meals per day for sure. So each meal, we want high protein, and we want our highest to be at breakfast, okay? We want each of those meals to be balanced: protein, veggie, carb, healthy fat. When you are nourishing your body, you're not going to feel starving. Your cravings are going to be less, and you're going to feel amazing. You're going to be able to show up in your gym, in the gym. You're going to be able to show up in your life and just feel so great. Then we have a couple light snacks through the day: fruit, yogurt, veggies, protein bars, right? And then once in a while, maybe a little bit every day, maybe a couple times a week, you learn to incorporate, and this is what I did. I incorporated ice cream. When I went through this, when I lost that initial 20 pounds, I was eating ice cream all the time, right? But in a portion size, and I learned to fit it into my plan. So it's not cheating. There's no cheating here. You learn to fit your favorite foods, and that's why it's all about amounts, okay? So learning to incorporate your fun foods while you stick to the meal guidelines, and as it all fits into your daily caloric needs, okay? Mindset matrix, okay? So when you're on a journey of fitness or weight loss, it can affect your mind, and you start to be judgmental of yourself, and sometimes you start to get tired of the process, and you have to do the work to keep yourself positive. So just different things I like to do. Meditation is my favorite. I like to do daily meditation practice in the mornings and sometimes at night. And other things that I have my clients do, or I know people that do, is saying positive affirmations in front of the mirror, right? So that's like looking in the mirror, and this has been shown to have like one of the highest effects on a positive mindset. You look in the mirror and you say nice things about yourself. Pump yourself up, right? Say, I'm doing a great job on this journey. I am showing up for myself every day. So things like that, right? And look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself, okay? You are the most important voice. You're the most important person that your brain is going to hear, okay? Reading self-help books, future self journaling, and gratitude journaling. It's super easy to especially in this world, in society, to complain about things, right? That's kind of where people lean to, and we have to really fight for that gratitude. We're so lucky to be alive. We're lucky to have a roof over our heads. We're lucky to have lucky to wake up in the morning. We're lucky to have food on our plate, and reminding yourself of that is going to give you some positive energy, right? And some good feelings. And then just journaling about what your future self looks like. Forget the past. Forget all the mistakes you made. Think about what you're working towards and remind yourself of that every day, right? And then just keeping your nervous system in check so that we can be calm and not reactive with some breath work. And tapping is another one I really love. There's tons of videos on YouTube, and if you want to know more about that, I can share some of those things. And then a very important one is having accountability. I did not do all this by myself when I first started out. I educated myself, but I also got my own coaches. I've had nutrition coaches over the years. I have a training coach right now. I always have. And just having that accountability and even some group accountability goes so far, especially when you're first starting out. Borrowing that accountability from somebody else if you can't find it within you, or borrowing that positive energy, having a cheerleader goes so far, okay? And just having someone guiding you on the way, all right? And then a bonus, we've got some lifestyle stuff, right? Nutrition and training are really going to get you the results, but there are lots of lifestyle factors that are going to make it easier and that are going to help you maintain. So here's some examples, right? Learning how to cut back on alcohol consumption, right? If you're drinking a bottle of wine every night, you're not going to see or even a bottle on the weekend, a couple bottles on the weekend, you're not going to see the results. So if you're really, if getting these results and maintaining them is important to you, that is something to learn. How to cut back on alcohol, cutting back on eating out, learning how to make healthier choices at restaurants. Proper hydration is very important. Proper sleep and sleep routines, for example, no screens before bed, going to bed and getting up at the same time every day, things like that. Just learning how to have a lifestyle that fits who you want to be, right? It's all about who you want to become, and your lifestyle has to fit that too, okay? So here are some of my clients that have had really amazing results. This one client said she's seeing that V shape, her legs are responding. As you can see, her upper body's ripped, and she's remembering everything that she's learned from the program, okay? Here's another client. We have made tons of lifestyle changes for her. We've cut back on her wine. And she's saying you can see her results, right? They look amazing. And she's fitting in clothes she didn't think she was going to fit in. Here's another one. This client fully committed to the plan. She was scheduling her workouts, right? You have to schedule in things that are important to you. And she was open and coachable and adaptable. And then we have Lisa, who has been one of my longest clients. She went from being uncomfortable in her clothes to doing a boudoir shoot, which is awesome. And she's still going. Here's Nadine. Nadine was a gym rat. We dialed in her nutrition and changed some things, and she went from feeling not so great to having a six-pack, which is amazing. Same with Tanya. She didn't eat a lot. We raised her calories, and she ends up with a six-pack too. She's lifting more. She's feeling strong. There's really no greater feeling than feeling strong, okay? So I hope that was super useful. If you want a copy of this document, I'd love to share it with you. Just shoot me a DM or comment under this video saying me. And if you have any more questions for me, I'd love to chat with you. If you feel like you need some guidance to follow along in this program, right now we're giving away an extra month. So instead of 4 months, we're doing 5 months, and we've got 3 spots open right now in the month of June. If you're ready to change your life and have actual long-lasting results, get strong, and ditch the restrictive diets that are causing you to not have the body you want. So if you're ready to make a change, comment under this post and I will reach out to you. Have a